craft of learning to act. What was that for you? When did it start? How did it work?
It's hard to say. I mean, I saw my parents used to like to go to plays, and I think I had a babysitter who was in a play, and I saw a play when I was like 5, and the whole thing seemed very magical to me. And it wasn't movies at first. I don't remember watching movies as a small kid, but I saw plays, and I immediately wanted to be in that. I don't think it was more articulate than that. I wanted to be a part of it. And I started taking acting classes at a little community theatrical arts school, not at my school or anything, just this great little community.
How old were you at the time?
5.
Then?
Yeah.
You started taking lessons at 5?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But I did, I played piano too, and I did soccer, and I did things.
Yeah.
It was not like,
understood,
this is what I'm going to do
yes.
at all. It was pure play.
Yeah.
Just play.
Yeah.
I just thought it was fun. I bounced around doing, all my jumbled little life. It wasn't like a calling at that point. But I will say there was a lady who created our little community theatrical arts school who was completely legit. And I mean at the like Stella Adler, Lee Strasberg, that level of seriousness, of intent to communicate what this is, and that you take it seriously, and that you got to learn the craft of it. And
incredibly lucky that incredibly
it's really interesting too. This is like in suburban Columbia, Maryland, like central, right? This lady, she came out of New York, moved with her husband, and she built a community theater arts program in a little Nowheresville in central Maryland that lots of people flowered up and out of into Broadway careers, stuff like that. I mean,
so cool.
And that my recollection of it was, when you say a studio, it was a studio.
Yeah.
It was a place that the kids who were there were like, if you're here, you come correct, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's real.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And then after that, when did you re-engage with it?
I think a measure of seriousness about it notched up when I was like 16 or 17, and my public school just went, for whatever reason, went down and went to the National Theater in DC, and Ian McKellen was doing this one-man show, which when I think back on it, I'm like, why would they take a bunch of public school kids from outside Baltimore to see Ian McKellen in a one-man show about acting Shakespeare? That's what it was called. And it was kind of about his life in theater. In a way, it could have been right at home in this conversation. It was him kind of meditating on creative life and how, in his case, Shakespeare's texts had opened up the gateway for him into...
Sounds like a great show.
Life. It was. What it was for me was, you're a teenager and you're kind of, you're fantasizing a different, at least I was kind of like, it'd be great to be a pro baseball player. Oh, it'd be great to be a spy. Oh, it'd be great to be, whatever.
Yeah.
He made it seem like, oh, that's a life. Like, that's something you could actually do. Like, it's not like, oh, there are people who are in movies, but I'm here. It was like, no, this is a door and you can walk through it. Mm-hmm. And I definitely remember my wheels turning after seeing it and going, this is in the realm of the possible, and maybe something I should not let slip out of the mix. You know what I mean?